they have like marriages, 2 to 6 children, and maybe more, and all kinds of other expenses that they have to take care of. But instead of, because they sold into the matrix, they bought into, sold into, whichever, um, of living well above your means, living above your energy, right? So, and then this puts them in a position where they are more easily swayed to get into some BS to keep all that material, right? Like, okay, yeah, like, do your kids really need, I don't know, a playpen room? You know, it's like, it's not on some hater shit, but just think about it. Because what is a kid really like? No matter what it hasn't, like, think about your pets. No matter what, like a cat or something. You have a cat, and you buy the cat a new toy. It comes in a box. What does the cat usually go to play with first? The damn box. You know, the box, the structure that encapsulates the material inside of it, right? And then it comes to you. It completely ignores the toy, or it comes to you first, and then, you know, like later on during playtime, and it's just like, okay, it once it's time to itself, it goes and, you know, plays with the box, and you throw the box away, it goes play with the toy. The toy is the last result of energy. Same thing for kids. Like, I would play games, my son would be in there, like, you know, with my son, I would be somewhere, like, you know, cooking, or like just winding down for the day, and like getting ready to get him his bath and get him tucked in, and he'd be, you know, like rewarded with like a, you know, a few couple hours before bed to play the video game, and he would always be like, "Mom, come be with me," you know. That would be it. That was the simple phrase. I'm like, okay, cool. Even if I didn't like didn't feel like looking at a screen, because I'm not big on looking at a screen all the time. I'm more of, you know, I'm a nature person. I'm more outside, but, you know, I was just tired. I was like, man, just let me see, recharge my energy for another day. Let me get the proper rest, Lord. And yeah, we would say our prayers. He would go to bed, and then, you know, it took me some time always to go to sleep and wind down, because I was also physically active. And what happens when, like, I would work out after he went to sleep, and I didn't, unbeknownst to me, that I was activating my metabolism, which is part of why some people stay awake at night, especially if people who eat after like 7. From the conversations I've had, people who eat after 7, they tend to have what they believe is insomnia, but it's really not. It's just that you're eating after 7, and that's when your body kind of starts shutting down for the day, because of the time frame, time schedule that we put ourselves on as a result of the matrix structure, the man-made concept called time to begin with. And, you know, we kind of get in that cycle. Our body is in that cycle, and that's where our health centers around. That's where our body forms its self-defenses, and like forms its, you know, its whole core around. So it gets on that schedule, and it's expecting this, and it's getting this. Then guess what? You know, when your body's supposed to be resting and you eating, so your body's still gonna have, that food has to go somewhere. It still has to be digested. The process still has to go on. So when your body is supposed to be totally and truly at rest, it's working. When does it get a break? You know, with the whole 3 meals a day aspect, like, we don't hunt our food anymore. Most of us don't anyway. And food is like easily accessible to us. And here we are, 3 meals a day, like we need it. 3 meals a day, snacks in between, you know, and like, oh, I need help with my weight. I can bet you anything that you don't even need to hit the gym. You can start with your diet. Most of us, some people have thyroid glands, but that's also thyroid problems, gland problems, and whatever else. But that's more as a result of your health. It's like, that's why insurance is profiting so much off of, you know, just the general public, because it's like, okay, they're sacrificing time to cook, to watch TV, you know, because they're so tired from work. They're not just tired, they're unmotivated to create anything or do anything for themselves. So they end up eating out, and God knows what energy is going into that food, um, and what type of person is preparing it. For the time I've been in this industry, right? I've noticed things, of course, and and it's like movement is life, people. Like, the figure eight. It's like, if you're gonna be awake, be moving, be doing something. And it's just like, it's not a busybody type thing to do. It's just like, movement is how your digestive system works. Like, if you don't move, your system slow down drastically. Like, when you stop doing cardio, running is definitely a good thing. I would say some people are against it, but to each his own. Like, I like to stay in motion. I like to be busy, because when you're busy, then you're justifying the energy being spent. You're justifying and you're strengthening your systems, right? Moving as much as they are. So when you're in constant motion, it speeds up the movement, which keeps your metabolism a little moving at the pace it needs to keep you in good health. It's kind of like a metal. If you let metal just sit, and you let it sit in all kinds of humidity through the elements, it starts to rust. Or if you let it sit in water, or if you just look at nature, the rocks, the mountains, they're just there. But if you look at nature around, like water, the rocks are smooth. They've been eroded away. Like everything else around you is moving, and it's just tearing away at you in your systems while you remain still. Which, nature, sometimes it's not a bad thing. It's like, sometimes it is good to just sit and be still, but you got to know where that balance is, where you have to just chill, just be one with yourself, be one, co-create with the universe, be one with the Most High. And a lot of people get caught up in this devil energy. They get caught up in these schemes unknowingly, and end up committing crimes that they didn't know that they were committing, because they can't be still. And not being still can also cause you to become frantic in your own energy, because you're not sure. And instead of like trying to get into the energy of your higher self, and develop a connection, a relationship with the Most High, and know that the Most High has you either way it goes. Whatever way you want to go, the Most High is right there, whether you feel the presence or you don't. And being still makes sure you're not too far removed from your connection with the Most High. And I had to learn it, because I was somebody who always had to be doing something. I wasn't a busybody. I wasn't everybody's face. It was just like, oh, I gotta fill my day with this. My day has to have a full schedule. Absolutely does not have to. Absolutely doesn't have to. And you feel better for it. Like, it's been a couple weeks since I've been at the beach, I believe, to just enjoy sun gaze and just enjoy the whole day to myself, or at least most of it, the rest of it, the majority of it, whichever. And that's what a lot of people don't want to do. They want to avoid sitting by themselves. Or why is that? It's the ego, it's the self-doubt, it's the, oh, if you're not hanging around with somebody and constantly in somebody's face, something must be wrong with you. It's quite the contrary. Quite, like, yes, there is healthy communication, there is healthy connections, but feeling the need to be around someone all the time, that's that's another too far on the spectrum thing. There's a such thing as too much solitude, and there's a such thing as too much interaction. And like, when I was transmuting energy, like mid-sleep last night, there were attacks coming in. I just kind of rolled over and went back to sleep as I transmuted the energy. The self-doubt, the guilt, or whatever they tried to cast on me. Somebody was standing around throwing black magic somewhere. I just, I felt it, but just like, okay. Transmuted the shit out of it. And that was that. And, like, the first way I put it, and I, sometimes I do like to play with words, because it's just like, okay, you already know that this person is probably like gonna think this way or that. You just want to see where their mind really is, though. if they are mature about the situation, where their growth is, where their maturity is. And sometimes it's just like, it's just what you expected, which can, even though you expect it, it can be pretty damn close to disappointment, because it's just like, you know, you can chill and vibe with a person. They could be, you know, they could be a good vibe, but they cannot be on a frequency to grow with you, which is unfortunate, because you see the potential in a person, but you're not going to try to drag them down. It's just like, okay, I can either work with this or I can't. And, you know, you could choose to part ways, which the collective typically does. It's like we part ways, or, you know, we just proceed tentatively. Whereas someone in a low frequency, they see your potential and they try to harvest it. You know, instead of just leaving in peace and letting that person, or trying to help that person along their journey, they send them further into dissension on, well, not further into, but they just send them into a downward spiral in their own journey. Like, but it's like so slick, because it's just like, it looks like they're winning because they got materials, when they're actually like, you know, severely declining in their own, in their 5D, which is what they need to manifest for their 3D. And then when they separate, you know, they want to separate in a way that says, oh yeah, well, you need me more than I need you, or they'll need me before I need them, you know, type of thing. That's where their head is. And it's not something, even if you know it, that's not a mindset you ever want to be. You don't, that's not well, not me anyway, sitting up thinking about who's gonna need me and, you know, how I can capitalize off it. I don't give a shit. Like, if you need me, I'll do my best to help you if I can. You know, if that's what the Most High calls for, then yeah, okay, I'll do that. And there's some people that, honestly, I've made up my mind. I wouldn't piss on fire to put them out. And there's that. But if the Most High says do that, you know, without them trying to be manipulative, saying, you know what, the Most High, trying to use the Most High's name in vain, basically, say, you know, you're supposed to, or whatever, trying to make me feel like I'm truly obligated when the choice is really mine, try to guilt trip me into helping them. And it's like, that's gonna be a no, more than likely, or it might be a yes from the Most High. But for me, it's probably gonna be a no. But, you know, unless the Most High sees different, knowing what it, you know, I'll figure out what it is, probably, or maybe not at the time. Hopefully I get to see what the Most High is talking about, but I'll pretty much get the gist of why I would help somebody who has dogged me out, dragged my name through the mud, and, you know, this and that, because of the guidance, you know, because I listen to my intuition, pay it forward, and then move on. Like, just because I helped you out doesn't mean we gotta be friends. You know, it's nothing like that. There's no strings attached. If I help, it's not like I'm gonna sit there waiting for you to shit gold. You know, it's just like, okay, I helped you. You know, I might even forget about it. I might even forget the fact that I helped you that one time. You know, because that's just in my nature. You know, I'm not gonna sit there, oh, remember that time I helped you out, and come back begging for your energy to go towards myself or something else. It's probably not gonna happen. More than like, I know myself well enough to say it won't, but I could be. You know, shit changes. You know, and that's not me doubting myself. That's just me being like realistic about the situation. You know, just accepting the balance of it, accepting the dynamics. But I think I talked enough. I'm about to head out and probably head to work. I may do another video today. I'm about to hit the road and just be out and about, and I do have to work later. So with that said, love you guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. Drink plenty of water. Work on yourself. Be comfortable and be patient and gentle with yourself during your healing journey, because you're the one who's going to need it the most. All right, take care.